Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, police name suspects in Jamaica $28 million lottery scam bust. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has named 3 of 12 men arrested during a series of anti-lottery scam operations where it seized over $28 million and multiple high-end assets. 42-year-old Keon Gibbs was arrested and charged with obstructing electricity. Pending further investigations, 30-year-old Odin Gilling, a businessman from Boog Village, was charged with possession of identity information, and 23-year-old Darian Miller of the West Village housing scheme was charged with possession of an access device. The arrest followed multiple operations between Thursday and Saturday targeting lottery scamming, dubbed Scam Done Justice a Run. On Saturday, several units converged on Rosemount in Montego Bay, St. James between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. Police say the operation involved 4 coordinated raids, during which the dwelling of a taxi operator in Rosemount was searched, and the police uncovered $21.9 million, more than US $9,000, and the cash in various currencies. In another raid in the same area, a businessman's premises was searched, resulting in the seizure of approximately Jamaican $500,000, over US $6,000, and additional cash in other currencies, leading to the arrest of Gibbs. 2 days earlier, on Thursday, June 5, a targeted pre-dawn operation was carried out in the Boog and the West Village housing schemes in Montego Bay. Between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., 6 coordinated raids were carried out, leading to the seizure of $5.3 million and more than US $2,900 in cash, along with 5 high-end motor vehicles. 2 individuals, Gillen and Miller, were arrested and charged in connection with this operation. Deputy Superintendent of Police Dave Brown, head of the anti-lottery scam unit, said that the JCF is aggressively pursuing individuals who prey on vulnerable people both locally and abroad. 6 men have been formally charged in the operations. St. James, a plumber charged with assault over altercation with a woman. A St. James man has been charged over an altercation involving a knife with a woman. Charged with assault at a common law is 33-year-old Mark Lawrence, a plumber of Marl Road, Rose Heights, and Dumfries. The police say the incident happened on Marl Road on Saturday, June 7. Reports from the Montego Bay police are that about 3 a.m., Lawrence and the woman got into an altercation, during which he pulled a knife from his waistband, held it to the woman's neck, and threatened to kill her. In fear for her life, the woman ran and alerted the police. Upon the police's arrival, Lawrence was arrested and the knife was seized. He was subsequently charged based on the complainant's statement. His court date is being finalized. Man fatally shot by police in Old Harbor. A 32-year-old man was killed in a reported confrontation with the police in St. Catharines South on the weekend. The deceased has been identified as Osheen Wheatley, otherwise called the Chip Chop, of Red Ground District, Old Harbor. Investigators say a police team conducted an operation in the community of Red Ground. During the operation, Wheatley was shot and a firearm reportedly seized. Since the start of the year, 141 people have been fatally shot by members of the security forces. Kelsey Ferrigon laid to rest. The Thanksgiving service was held on Monday for Kelsey Ferrigon, the 9-year-old girl who was murdered at her home in Drove Lane, Spanish Town, St. Catherine last month. Scores of mourners gathered at the Spanish Town Seventh-day Adventist Church on Brunswick Avenue to pay their respects and support the family. A small white and pink casket and a community in quiet mourning filled the church hall as a little Kelsey Ferrigon was laid to rest, and her memory carried in the tearful whispers of loved ones who never imagined saying goodbye so soon. Killed on May 9 during Child's Month, her death has left a community shattered, a family broken, and a community once again questioning how far it's fallen in protecting children. At Monday's ceremony, Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, who again decried the brutal incident, said Kelsey was filled with a promise and represented the exemplary character of a future nation builder. In an emotional charge, the minister challenged the families to call out offenders.
We must not allow Kelsey's life to pass without meaning. And I don't want to go to a funeral again with another pretty program like this. But guess what? If you look around in this room today, I am telling you there are children in here who are currently being abused. There are women in this church who are being abused, and young boys too, talking about the abuse they are going through at home. This is not an isolated incident, but guess what? We don't like to admit the truth. And we need to stop pretending that those who are in our family are innocent. They are not innocent. No minister of education, much less a family, friends, parents must experience why we are gathered here today. This is not a normal event. Students, though, I say to you, you don't have to bear the pain alone. The Ministry of Education team is here. The Ministry of Education team will work with the schools to provide whatever counseling is needed.
Meanwhile, a somber member of Parliament for St. Catherine Central, Olivia Grange, who also expressed the condolences on behalf of Prime Minister Andrew Holness, called for the public to campaign against such brutality in society.
Today, we the people of Jamaica must start a Kelsey Ferrigon campaign that never again should we as a people gather for such a situation as this. Every time I think of the results of the autopsy, too gruesome to speak of, it pains my heart. She was a quiet little giant whose ambition knew no boundaries.
The attacker, 30-year-old Giovanni Ellis, otherwise called Cooliman, was killed on May 12 in Clarendon, reportedly in a shootout with the police. A post-mortem examination found that Kelsey died by strangulation. The findings confirmed that the child was raped and hair strands from her killer were found on her body. Political commentator believes JLP will win close general election. Political commentator Jermaine Barrett believes the Jamaica Labour Party will be victorious in the upcoming general election, but not by a wide margin. The JLP won 49 of the 63 seats in the 2020 parliamentary poll. Speaking with the news, Mr. Barnett said his position aligns with the recent public opinion poll results, which show that voters had more confidence in the ruling party.
I'm guided by the polls, and the polls are indicating a slight edge in favor of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, but it's just outside of the margin of error. And so I don't think either party at this time should be supremely confident. Yes, we have been trending in the region of 40-something%, which is not hugely better. I think that there's a tremendous amount of engagement that is happening across the society that might see that number landing somewhere around 40, maybe 50%. But there is a significant number of Jamaicans who are apathetic, who don't see much difference between Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and are concerned that, either way, vote for the orange guy or the green guy, don't make much of a difference. So I don't know how it is that either party excites those people who are uncommitted and apathetic to get them engaging in the political process. No, I'm not at all pleased. I think that it is largely tokenistic and just designed to appease persons who are concerned at the lack of accountability mechanisms for our parliamentarians. There are a number of areas within the society and within the parliament that exist to hold people accountable. The parliament itself, the Speaker of the House, the administrators of the parliament must implement measures to hold parliamentarians accountable who don't attend to sittings of the parliament, who don't engage in meaningful discussions with respect to legislation that's been tabled and discussed in the parliament. Those are things that we have to hold them accountable for. And then, of course, every single one of us, me, you, and the whole of we, who are Jamaicans, must demonstrate a greater commitment to Jamaica land we love. So So we can't continue to just say, well, them no God knows about this gonna make noise. There's no responsibility, no role for me.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.